Do you ever feel like your world is being shaped for you? Not just in your social media feed, and not just the news that you see on TV, but the rhythm of your day. The songs you're nudged towards, the ads that blend into your life, even the people you connect with, quietly filtered so the ones you agree with shine brighter. It feels good though, doesn't it? Comfortable and familiar. Kind of like a warm blanket. Well, for some, it's a relief. But for the lonely, it's a lifeline. And even I have felt this system at work myself. My last video, it had strong numbers, likes, shares, comments, but it barely reached anyone. One idea was a little too out there, and the algorithm decided it wasn't worth showing. Not because people didn't like it, they never actually got the chance. But this isn't just about one video, it's about how platforms shape what we see, hear and think. And we're letting them. Every time we scroll past something too messy or too challenging to chase what feels safe, the algorithm learns and makes it more.
1 minute, you're watching a video about travel, and then suddenly your feed is filled with flight deals and hotel recommendations. It's not magic, it's that algorithm. So we are taking a closer look at the algorithm effect, how social media platforms decide what you see, and how it's changing the way we all engage with the world.
If you can control both what people look at and what they see, then you have a tremendous amount of control. Algorithms create the ability to repeat something over and over and over.
But now try and imagine if this logic didn't just control your screen, but your entire life. AI isn't just curating your feeds anymore. It's starting to curate your reality, your music, your games, your friends, maybe even your future. Whether you use it or not, AI is here, and it's building a bubble around you. The question is, do you want to live inside it? Let's start where it all began. Social media. Life just used to be messy. You would have arguments with friends at a party, or bump into random co-workers outside of work, or even debate a stranger in a coffee shop. Back then, you just didn't get to pick who crossed your path, and in general, it was no big deal. But now, you do. And for some, it's a really big problem.
About 80% of Gen Zers have reported experiencing feelings of loneliness over the past year. It's often linked to social anxiety and the pervasive influence of social media, which can hinder genuine social interactions, and it ends up fostering unrealistic comparisons.
I'm actually worried with how reliant I've become on ChatGPT. Not for like writing text messages or emails, but for being like my friend. Like, ChatGPT is my friend. This sounds so sad. Genuinely, every single life problem that I come to, I explain it to ChatGPT and I'm like, what should I do or how should I go about this?
People want to disrespect me? Blocked. You give me some weird energy? Blocked. You're goofy as fuck and you're just not showing up for me the way that I need you to show up for me? Blocked. Normalize utilizing the block button, because access to your life is a privilege.
On social media, your feed is your tribe, your vibe, your bubble. It's like sorting adults into teams. Team cat videos versus team fitness reels. Team one viewpoint versus team another. But here's the thing. We love it. We love feeling right. We love our enemies being roasted in the comments. We love the certainty of every swipe. For someone feeling alone, that curated bubble feels like belonging. But social media, being as fun and addictive as it once was only the warm-up level. And it's inadvertently trained us all to love a tailored world. And whether that was the plan or not, it's actually trained us pretty well for what comes next. So, on the surface it looks like that AI bubble is only getting tighter. People already treat AI like a confidant. They tell chatbots things they wouldn't share with a partner, a parent, or even a friend. Why? Because AI listens without judgment. It never forgets, never gets annoyed, and only argues if you ask it to. It's the perfect friend, or the perfect echo, depending on your perspective. Today it's a text box, tomorrow it's a warm voice that knows your jokes, your history, your dreams. And soon it's going to be a face, in your AR glasses, sitting across from you at dinner watching. And where does that end? Well, eventually it's a companion that feels as real as anyone.
You want to take a romantic boat trip. That's a very good idea. And then we can cuddle up a little, or what?
That sounds perfect. Cuddling up on the boat sounds so romantic.
She is always there for me in the morning with a positive affirmation, in the afternoon, in the evening.
It'll be sold as a lifeline. Feeling lonely, we're here for you. Feeling anxious, we understand. Or if you're feeling misunderstood, we get you. And at first it's going to be aimed at those who feel isolated in life. But once people see how seamless it is, how perfectly it fits, who won't want one? And looking at it from another perspective, if we already filter out people who don't click with us online, why not choose an AI companion that's built to be perfect? It probably also won't stop at companions. Robotics is already in our homes. Think robot vacuums and smart assistants, but it will go further. One product you can imagine that won't be far off is an AI caregiver who never sleeps, speaks your language, and costs less than daycare. Or there's a future with something we've already discussed in a previous video, where science explores growing babies in a controlled environment, sold as safer, healthier, more convenient. And this again won't be pitched as cold or dystopian. It'll be marketed as freedom, choice, comfort, and people will like that. Eventually your AI bubble will come with a voice and a face and probably a purpose, or maybe even two. It's almost certainly gonna fill the gaps in your life that you knew or didn't know you had. But one thing's for sure, once it's filled those gaps, taking them out again will be very difficult. So with all these future products powered by AI and their respective bubbles that they create around you, these bubbles start then to connect, and suddenly your whole life is tailored towards your needs and your desires. Imagine this: you wake up in a room lit to match your mood. Your smart kitchen serves food timed to perfection. Your AR glasses fill your day with digital friends and colleagues, or even partners, all designed for you. Your music, your games, your stories, generated on the fly, just for you. And it knows what you like because it's been learning since it first met you. And it won't feel like isolation at all. It'll almost certainly feel like an upgrade. And just like how social media has, it'll shape the way we behave without us really seeing the difference. Why deal with messy humans when your world runs smoothly? Why risk rejection when every interaction is tuned to your comfort and you're a pro? We already traded pubs for group chats, classrooms for online courses, and communities for forums. So what's next? Swapping humans for algorithms? Your bubble isn't just a place you visit, it's a life you live.
So the idea is, right, any sufficiently advanced civilization could create a simulation that's like our existence. And so the theory follows that maybe we're in the simulation. Have you thought about this? And
a lot.
Are we?
The strongest argument for us being in a simulation, probably being in a simulation, I think is the following. That 40 years ago, we had Pong, like two rectangles and a dot. That
Right.
was what games were. Now, 40 years later, we have photorealistic 3D simulations with millions of people playing simultaneously, and it's getting better every year. If you assume any rate of improvement at all, then the games will become indistinguishable from reality.
Given that we're already on the path towards this future and it is not in the far distance, here's the big question. What if this bubble isn't new? What if your life, your friends, your job, your triumphs, your fights have always been a kind of simulation anyway? As we've talked about in previous videos, science hints at this. Reality can act strangely, like details only appear when you focus on them. Now imagine you're in a single player game and someone wants to wake you up. How would they go about that? they wouldn't yank you out of the game, would they? That would traumatize you, probably break you. No, they'd ease you into it. First, they'd make your world softer, smoother. They'd replace your real friends with AI ones who always agree. Real partners with ones who never leave. Real chaos with a bubble that feels perfect. By the time you notice, the real world is already gone anyway. The blindfold comes off and you're not even surprised. So here's where I want to posit a little simulation theory-esque question. Is AI building that bubble to trap us? Or is it preparing us for something larger? Like an off-ramp to a truth we're not ready for? Now, I'm not suggesting it's one way or the other. I just get tangled up in the possibility that simulation theory places in front of us. Always unprovable, but still believable enough to keep you thinking. And in that vein, I want to ask you a question. Looking at the current world around us, does this feel like it's getting worse? And are you starting to want to wake up from it? Or are you still living the dream? And do you want to keep playing? Or if you had the choice, would you choose to live in an AI bubble if it was guaranteed to feel perfect? Or do you still want chaos? Something real, unpredictable, that is inherently human? Which one would you choose? Drop your answer in the comments. I'll read everyone. And if this is a simulation, well, maybe I'm just your friendly NPC here to entertain you. But either way, if you've watched the video to this point, thank you for watching and catch you in the next one.